Alrighty.
Yeah, you ready?
Got the reading light good enough?
Yeah, I can see pretty well. Cool! Oh, son of a bitch. It never used to do this, but now it like sends me an email. It's like, hey man, you're live. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I knew that.
Hey man, you're live.
I would hope to God I knew that. I mean, I guess I'm glad you give me an email just in case one of these days I'm in bed and I hear that noise and check the email going, no.
And you realize the camera's still on and
No.
sleep for 12 hours, those 24-hour streams. When you can just watch people sleep on fucking Twitch, it's so weird.
Cool! You exclaim to your best friends Liz and Jake. The field trip to the Wicked Wax Museum is today. I can't believe our class gets to see it the day before the grand opening. Finally, Mr. Dunning's history class won't be such a bore, Jake adds, flipping his black baseball cap around backwards. Mr. Dunning? More like Mr. Dull. You said it, Liz giggles. Her red curls bounce when she laughs. Hey, why is it called the Wicked Wax Museum anyway? That's the name of the guy who owns it, Jake explains. Dr. Izzy Wicked.
No, is that
I-Z-Z-Y, that is how it is spelled.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was IZ.E Wicked.
No, that would have been good too.
Because like R.L. Stein, and I can't remember that other freaking book. It was, shit, I can't remember. Never mind.
I don't think IZ Wicked would work though.
Yeah, is E Wicked?
Is. I don't know.
Dr. Izzy Wicked. He made all the wax figures.
Oh, wow.
Well, according to
Definitely
Mr. Dull... Well, according to Mr. Dull,
oh my God.
Liz adds, the museum is supposed to bring history to life for us, or something like that. Yeah,
Dun, dun, dun.
right, Jake smirks. And maybe wax figures will come to life, too.
Oh, jeez. The
Oh,
foreboding.
shoot.
I can't handle it.
Oh, gross, Liz cries. You're giving me the creeps, Jake.
How is that gross?
Come on, you two, you say. The bus is here. Let's be first in line so we can grab the back seats.
Ooh.
These kids are cool.
The cool kids sit.
Only the cool kids are allowed in the back.
Right? Farthest away from the bus
I
driver.
was going to say, the Frost wasn't allowed in the back unless they were friends with seniors. And I was always friends with the
Oh,
seniors.
school bus hierarchy.
Oh, I overrode
It's
that
worse than the
hierarchy.
lunchroom.
I overrode every hierarchy in high school. Oh my God, transcended all the friend groups.
On the bus, you rush to the back. You and Liz take a two-seater. Jake sits
Ooh.
alone.
What color is your hat? I need to know about your curly red locks.
Jake sits alone across the aisle with his red snickered
Just
feet
about
on the
that.
seat. Now no one else can sit there.
What the fuck?
Jake
the
leans
one-seater?
back. His chin-length brown hair falls over the top of the seat. Let's get this crate rolling, he mutters. All right, people, Mr. Dunning shouts from the front of the bus. Thanks to my personal donation to the museum, we get to see the place before it opens to the public tomorrow. The teacher does one last head count. All right, Sal, he says to the driver, we're all here. Let's go.
Thanks to my personal obsession with weird wax figures.
That's right. As soon as the bus starts moving, Jake presses his nose and open lips against the window for the viewing pleasure of other people on the road. He then breathes into the window and writes, in steam, honk if you hate history. Honk.
Windows on the short bus.
Is he pressing his open lips to that window?
Yeah, he
'Cause
just...
that's how you get herpes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And every other disease you're irritated.
Booger is yummy.
These schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
window tastes like snozberries. He's actually got Super Troopers too. I was like, yo, I'm borrowing that from you at some point.
Honk, you say laughing. Honk, honk, Liz adds. You and Liz are honking so loud, you don't see Mr. Dunning coming down the aisle.
Is that what kids
He
are calling
looks
these days?
mad.
Honking? I'd be mad if there was two kids honking in the back of the
Wait, are
bus.
they like 12? What's the age range here?
Like probably around like 10,
Fifth grade.
12.
Fifth to eighth grade, probably. That's usually most of the Goosebumps
Hmm.
age. It's like...
That's enough out of you three. You're always making trouble. The red-faced Mr. Dunning sputters. If you hate history so much, you can just wait for the rest of us in the lobby. Oh, brother, you groan. There goes our fun. Minutes later, the bus pulls up to a stone building. Mr. Dunning leads the class into the lobby of the Wicked Wax Museum.
Is it called the Wicked Wax Museum?
Yes,
Yeah.
because is he wicked?
Because it's wicked, man.
It's because is he
It's got
wicked?
surfboards all over the place, you know, Hawaiian theme.
Oh my god.
All the wax figures are in Hawaiian shirts. You know. Seashell necklaces.
I love your use of imagery.
A scowling woman in purple turban and gold bracelets sits inside a ticket booth. These 3 students will not be going in, Mr. Dunning tells her. He turns to you, Jake, and Liz, and points to a bench by the wall. Sit there, you little monsters.
What the fuck?
And you better still be waiting there when I come back.
Okay.
3 hours later.
The class leaves you behind as they enter the Hall of Historical Exhibits. A red door closes after them. Jake manages to sit still for a few minutes. Then he jumps up and says, I think it's time for us to take a little tour of our own.
Why does this remind me of Jake Doherty?
I like how they're not being supervised by anyone. That's my favorite part.
Of course.
Like,
We'll
you've
just-
been
we'll just
bad.
leave
We're
them
going to
here.
leave you alone to your own devices.
Of course. They think they're just going to put you in the corner and you're not going to do anything. It's
Yeah.
great.
Uh-huh. Finally getting to our first choice. Nice. Jake, don't! You whisper loudly as he disappears through the red door. You glance at the ticket lady. She's busy with something in the booth. Jake! You call again. We're in enough trouble already!
Oh, yeah.
You jump up from the bench and try to grab the door before it closes. Too late. The red door slams in your face. Hey, open up! You hear Jake yelling through the door. He rattles the knob. Help! He cries. Liz tries to help you push the door open. It won't budge. Ha ha, funny. Stop It's kidding, not joke. Whatever. Stop kidding around, Jake, she scolds. Help! Jake screams again. He really does sound scared. Then you hear a whir, like a motor starting up. The click of gears mingles with Jake's cries. Jake! You shout. There's no answer. You press your ear against the door and listen. I think something is really wrong, you whisper to Liz. His cries are getting further away. We have to get in. You shake the door handle and give one last push.
None of this is attracting the attention of the ticket seller.
Not at all.
Who is there even though the place is closed?
Suddenly the door opens easily. Darkness greets you both. Darkness and the loud whirring of a motor. No sign of Jake. If you go in after Jake, turn to page 30. If you decide to get help first, go to page 11. But hurry!
I mean, wait. So you get to choose whether you don't help or you do, basically.
Are we going right in after him, or are we going to like the lady or something for help?
How has she not noticed this? Because y'all are yelling and pounding at the door, trying to get it open.
It's the 90s. I assume maybe she has her Walkman.
Also, why is she
She has
there?
her Walkman
If the
on,
place
bulletproof
isn't even
glass.
open yet, you don't
Huh?
need a ticket seller. She'd be like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go get my nails done." Like,
Yeah, but she's like, wait a minute.
She's
You're gonna
sitting
pay me
over with
to
Walkman
just
on,
sit
she's
here?
getting her nails right there. She ain't seen dick, and like the kids are like 3 feet tall. She don't give a fuck. Like,
So
she
we
don't-
going
why
right
would
in
they wanna
after
pay
him?
her if it's some shitty wax museum? You know, that's probably not making a whole ton of revenue. Given
I mean, it
if
doesn't
they
open until the
murder.
next day. They don't know what the revenue is.
Yeah, but they wouldn't, especially if you're starting a new business, you wouldn't want
Is
to
it
just
the
be
first day?
frivolously paying employees.
I mean, that's kind of being presumptuous of the fact that it's the first annual of the Wax Museum and it hasn't existed for previous seasons.
Exactly. So it's new.
I mean,
So what do you guys want to do?
I don't know, man. Do you want to
Oh,
flip?
let's get help first.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking we should just go. We're already doing 25 and a 30. Let's do it.
He's like
You
balls
guys
to the wall.
started.
Let's go.
So you would be the second person to die in the horror movie.
No, because I would shove the door open and then jump back and then see what happens.
No, the option is to go into the room after him. The door's already open.
When did the door open?
It opened like right before. It just
Yeah.
easily
But
opened.
they were
Just
just trying to push it.
Which is super suspicious.
Yeah.
And it opens right after he
It's
disappears.
pretty sketchy.
Well, let's see. You have two options here. You could either turn around and run to the ticket person and hope you're going to get help, and then the door's going to slam shut again, or you're going to run through the fucking door and hopefully get
Or
in.
there's two of you, so one of you holds the door open while the other one.
Well, we have two choices, unfortunately.
Okay,
It's
let's
kind of
let's
that's
just
how
do,
this
like,
book works.
Probably 4-2.
I say seek help.
I mean, I'm gonna go with it, I guess, because
Alrighty.
I'm voting.
You already know the options.
I'm
so.
voting.
I think I've
for
seen
30.
both of the outcomes.
I'm voting shoot for 30. We're already going 25, man.
You're beginning to believe Jake's screams really aren't a joke. Still, you don't want to go through the pitch dark doorway that yawns in front of you. We better ask someone for help, you suggest. You look around the lobby. There's no one here except that weird ticket lady, Liz whispers. She looks like a fortune teller in that purple turban. She gives me the creeps.
Okay, that would have been interesting context clues that we could have benefited from earlier.
Which I knew was gonna happen.
Well, creepy or not, she's the only one here, you point out. You approach the ticket window. The ticket lady is sitting with her back to you.
Is she waxed too?
Excuse me, you say. The ticket lady doesn't speak or move. Excuse me, you say a little louder. We think our friend is in trouble. Can you help us? Still no answer. Why won't you answer?
This bitch
Liz
is
yells.
She's back.
What's wrong with you? Maybe she's deaf, you whisper. You reach in to the booth and tap the ticket lady on the arm. The arm is cold and hard. You gasp. She's not real. She's only a wax figure.
I knew it.
What's going on here?
Okay, continue seeking help. That's right, they probably don't have cell phones.
Nope. It is the 90s. They do
No
not.
landline.
Where are you gonna find a phone when you're in the middle of a weird
At
lobby?
a reception desk.
They tried the reception desk, and the
Well,
woman
there's a
was
woman sitting there. It doesn't mean there's not a phone there.
Yeah, but if he reaches through like underneath the window and tries to tap her hand, and it's hard and whacked, the door is more than likely gonna be locked.
Who all is there? Door?
An awful gurgling cry from the doorway behind you makes you shudder. Jake, there's no time to figure out why the ticket lady is made of wax. Your friend needs your help. We have to go outside and find the bus driver, you tell Liz. Come on. You step outside the lobby and look for Sal, the bus driver. He's nowhere in sight. In fact, there isn't a living soul anywhere around you.
Of course.
What are you going to do? At that moment, a long black limousine pulls up next to you. The windows are tinted dark blue. You can't see inside until the passenger side window slowly glides down. Uniformed driver leans across the seat. His hat throws a deep shadow that hides his face.
As we were saying,
But
what
his
color is
voice
your
is-
hat? We need to know.
But his voice is friendly and he says, I'm Axel. May I be of some assistance?
Oh my God, is it Axel and the Roses?
Okay, that's not highly suspicious.
Help! Liz cries. Our friend is trapped in the museum. We can't find anyone here to help us rescue him. Calm down, Axel says. There's a phone in the back seat. Get in. You can call for help. The limo's back door
that's
opens.
auspicious.
Oh, kidding.
You spot the phone, but that's not all you see. The car is equipped with the works. There's a television, a
Well, what-
refrigerator filled with sodas and snacks, a CD player, and every single CD anyone could want.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
My question
This
is, does
car
it have
is
tears
loaded.
Does it have tears of a dove?
These kids are about to get their assholes blown out. Like,
You declare. The driver laughs. That's right. Hop in and have yourselves to a soda.
Hold on.
Put on some music. Your parents always told you never to get into a stranger's car.
Jesus.
On the other hand, you
say it yourself, why don't you?
you do need to call for help, and a cold soda sure would taste good. What should you do?
Run the fuck away
You
from
should
the
go
creepy
drink
pedophile.
that creepy pedophile. You should go drink creepy pedophile.
Can you get in the
piss.
limo? Or we decide we better not.
Yeah,
I don't know,
better
man.
fucking not.
No, we let her choose last time, and it was wax. So I want to see if this
Okay, so wait a minute.
I wanna see
Yeah,
if
but
this-
last time it almost seemed a little
I have to know
reasonable.
if we're going to
Be
Neverland,
like,
and this is
go
gonna be
for
some
it.
Jesus juice shit.
Okay, your butt is about to get blown
I have
out.
to know if this is going to be some Jesus juice shit. I need to
I'm
know.
pretty sure Einstein's not going into Tyler. I get the feeling.
I don't know. It's either that or they're going to
He
Candyland.
just shows up right when they come outside, and no one else is there, so he's definitely in on it.
I mean, so
He's part of the plot.
So follow.
So
them
he's
along.
gonna get them killed too.
I mean, I don't think any of the kids actually died in the R.L. Stein books.
Oh yeah.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh. This just made this weird.
Yeah. There's some bad endings.
Okay, well, let's see.
And the good endings are actually pretty rare. There's
Okay,
probably
well,
only a couple of them.
I want to see if these two kids get their buttholes blown out by Jesus juice. So let's go.
They wake up the next morning with no trace of their friends, any record that their classmates ever existed. Dun dun dun!
So what if your parents told you not to get into strange cars? This is an exception. All right, you exclaim. Liz steps into the luxurious limo first and leans into the buttery leather seat. You follow her in and reach for a soda. Without warning, the door slams.
Oh, gee,
Power
I'm
locks
so
click.
surprised.
Seatbelts shoot out and strap you tightly in place. Strapped and trapped.
This is some BDSM bullshit.
Oh, of course.
Axel guns the engine. Hey! You yell. What's going on? The limo roars away.
Quick, call 911.
You twist in your seat to stare back at the museum. Where's Mr. Dunning when you need him? A figure runs out of the front door. It's Jake, Liz cries. Jake is waving his arms and shouting. You can hear his words faintly. Come back, he yells. It was just a joke. A joke? Liz sputters. I'm gonna kill Jake. A sudden burst of blue light like a camera flash blinds you. When you can see again, you glare at Axel in the rearview mirror. What's the big idea? You ask.
What's the big idea here, huh?
Or you start to ask. Actually, the words never leave your mouth. Instead, you gape in horror at Axel's face.
I mean, that ain't gonna be the only thing that's gonna be gaping in a minute.
Is he waxed too?
Dun 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 dun. Yow! He's a monster! Liz yells. What happened to your face? You croak. Axel clacks his yellow teeth together. Do you like it? My boss, Sybil Wicked, gave me the facelift.
Sybil Wicked!
Huh? A facelift? You repeat, horrified. His boss, Liz whispers. You stare at each other. You just had a horrible idea. Where are you taking us, Axel? You ask. To Miss Sybil, of course. Axel says. I fax pictures of your faces ahead to her. She's dying to meet both.
This is Jesus juice. Yes, this is what I wanted.
You gulp. You don't know who this Miss Sybil is, or what she wants with you, but you don't feel any need to find out.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of this limo. The
Quick,
phone,
the-
Liz whispers in your ear. Call 911. Great idea. You reach for the phone. That's when you notice it only has 3 buttons, and none of them say 911.
Mhm.
I mean,
One button has a picture of a clock on it. The second has a laughing jester's face. And the third is completely blank. You've got to push one of them. It's your only chance.
Oh my god.
But which one?
okay, you're trying to fuck with someone in a limo. It's gonna be the blank one.
You think it's the blank one?
Blank one.
What are the options? Time.
It's a
face,
clock, a blank button, and a laughing jester.
Laughing gesture.
Why would you go for the spooky? Why wouldn't you go for the blank and hope it's
Because
gonna be
it's
normal?
the most obviously bad. So why would it be if they're trying to trick you? Because that's going to be the one that nobody
Yeah,
would go
but
for.
we're trying to lengthen the plot, so I mean, you're gonna go for
Reverse
the one that's the least
psychology.
sus. So I'd go for the one that's gonna be the one. That's
That
blank.
makes it because we don't know the situation of this limo though. That makes it the most.
Now,
suspect.
how old is
I
this
feel
limo?
like the
How
phone is
old
just
is
another
this?
trap.
I don't know how old
Now,
this
is this
limo
thing
is.
like-
No, I feel like it's just another trap because they're already like the fucking limo. The seatbelts can come out and trap them. Like
Yeah.
they're self-guided, so everything
there
in
a-
this limo is gonna fuck with them.
Which is exactly why I'm saying that if
So go for the one that's most obviously bad, and it's probably not gonna be because the other two are probably more loaded.
I mean,
Or
what's,
they all go to the same place.
what's the
and it
worst that's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
happen? A disco ball's gonna shoot out and it's gonna fucking turn to Pants Off Dance Off 2000.
Yeah,
It's off 2000. Oh,
just
God.
You remember that from fucking?
I
Oh my
do.
god, what was it? The
Was it on Fuse at one point? I don't
no, that was it was from Roast of Bob Saget.
Oh.
Ugh.
When he turns around, who was it? Jesse turns around and goes to him. Yeah, you know, it was real cool back then during Full House when you decided you want to play Pants Off, Dance Off 2000 with little girls.
Oh, Was that like in reference to an actual scene? Like that would be hilarious.
It was in reference to something, and I don't remember what it was because apparently during the filming of it, he had quite a creepy relationship with the girls that ended up causing the two girls to like ultimately end up in drugs.
Oh, well, I mean,
like Jodie, whatever the fuck her name was, I can't think of it. Jodie Sweetin, she ended up becoming a crackhead.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna break this tie?
Yeah. What are the three options?
Let's Rochambeau for it.
What are you?
Clock, blank button, and laughing
you're
gesture.
you're saying clock or you're saying?
Okay, rock paper scissors.
Well, I usually just leave his other die.
Oh.
There's 3 buttons. Rock paper scissors.
Bitch, shoot. Okay, you go.
Okay.
Blank.
Blank button it is.
Well, no, we still got one more choice. You gotta roll too
slaughter.
because you're also the one reading. So
No, he said he'd leave it up to us.
nah, it's 3 buttons. You gotta do 3-way Rochambeau.
Then no, because he.
Come on, Jade.
No, that doesn't work. Because if he were voting, then he would have already voted and selected his choice, which may have been a preference for one of the ones.
Okay,
that he
it's
wanted.
rock. You know what? We're going for gesture.
Just go for the neutral. It's fine.
No, we're going for the gesture button just because we want to see if she's right. Because now she's defending that you can't be part of it, and I'm like,
I'm not
that's
saying you
bullcrap.
can't be part of it. I'm saying that if he wanted to be part of it, that would have played a role in our previous decision.
Do you want to roll the dice on it with me and see if you can help play a part of the ending? 2 out of 3. It's literally Rochambeau, whatever.
What's his choice, though?
Alrighty.
Okay, well, we
So-
already knocked out.
I guess we're going for the jester then.
Okay.
Well, no, because
Go
so
for
there's
it.
2 other
Just
options.
Go for it. It's fine.
Here's why I'm asking, because there's 2 other options. So we already had the jester get knocked out. That leaves time, and that
Just
leaves.
start reading.
I vote clock. I'm actually
Nope.
voting clock.
Nope, it's already been made.
I'm voting clock. I wonder if it tells you exactly what time it is at that moment.
Great.
We'll do this one. You'll see why. You decide to try the laughing jester button. This one sort of looks friendly. You declare, picking up the phone. You push the button. Bzz, 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 busy. You mean they don't have call waiting? Liz grumbles. You try again. Bzz, 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 bzz. Still busy. Want to try again? Or would you rather see the other phone buttons? Guess
Okay.
It's time for a different phone button.
So which phone
Clock
button?
or blank?
Neutral.
So I vote the clock. Because either way, you're going to end up going back around and hitting the 3rd button. It's going to be the fucking blank one. So we're going to go with the clock next.
Do the clock next.
Do the clock. Because it might slow down. It might slow down the driver. Maybe he'll stop speeding. It's the holy shit whistle, guys! You need to slow down. You're doing 80 to 35. You're getting a super speeder.
I'll try the clock.
Some wildness.
You decide. It'll connect us with the operator who tells us He'll connect us with the operator who tells you the time. We can tell her to call 911 for us.
Operator who tells you the time.
You push the button with the clock on it. Instead of hearing a helpful voice on the other end of the line, you hear this recording. Good afternoon. At the tone, your time will be up. Uh-oh, Liz says. The limo surges forwards and starts to swerve wildly over the road. At the wheel, Axel crackles like a madman. Oh no, you're doing 100 miles per hour straight off the edge of a cliff.
As I said,
The limo flies over the edge. You hear, beep. The end. Yeah, no, we definitely died. I don't think he was.
So she chose the gesture, and now we know why I said the blank one.
So let's try the blank one.
We'll have to start another story because
okay. Alright.
that's the end of that tale for those kids at that time.
Yeah. Once there's no restarting, there's no going back to the last save.
They're gone.
Poor kids. All because of the fucking operator.
Operator.
There was probably several choices
At the
that led
time
to
of
that
the
ending.
Leave a message at the tone, and at the time of the tone, it will be your time is up. What the fuck?
How about you just
That's
hang,
that's
what would
some
why couldn't
saw
you just
shit.
hang up the
For
phone?
kids.
Dude, that's some saw shit. That's like that shit with the fucking like what was it? The one where it was I want to say it was Saw 3, and the guy had to walk across the thing of needles to unlock the chain mask that was chained around the girl's face, or otherwise it was gonna fucking drill through her brain
Whatever.
or whatever, and like it was like you had to walk through 1,000 needles of heroin or like something else.
Which one do you guys
like,
think?
Regardless, you were gonna die.
Just try and keep them in order. Numbered.
Are we rotating narrator, or do you usually read?
I usually just read the whole time. I used to rotate, but I like being the reader.
That one was on top.
Let's see if we can get these kids killed too.
Probably.
Probably. It's usually how these end.
Ooh, yeah. I'll do that one. Should we put Professor Shock at the end as the last one?
Dude.
So it's in order for you, so you don't. Is that way we don't read that one?
Nah, it's fine. I'll remember not to read it.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I was just looking at that one. I was actually like, oh shit, I don't think we've read this one too much at least. It's still pretty fresh. Let me know how this works. Anybody home? You call, charging into your house after school one day. The door bangs shut behind you. Silence. Total silence. Hello? Mom? Dad? Anybody? No answer.
After school one day, and they expect both of their parents to be home that fucking early. Guy, your parents work. It's called 9 to 5.
I mean, I don't know. Some parents, there's a stay-at-home parent, or sometimes,
Yeah, could be.
like,
Weird,
mom
you
works
think?
a night shift and like is home during the day for the kids. Like, I don't know.
You drop your school books on the living room table and hurry towards the kitchen. Why is there no one around? Not even your brother or sister. You've never come home to find the place empty. Your footsteps creak on the floor as you head for the kitchen door. Mom? You call again. Nothing. You feel a little creepy and all alone in the house. You think of something that makes you grin. No one's here. You can
Time to
do
jerk
anything
off.
you want. Time to raid the refrigerator.
I like my version better.
You zoom to the kitchen and yank open the fridge door. Yes, it's packed. There's some leftover pizza, a whole container of nacho cheese sauce, a chocolate cake, a big bottle of fruit punch, 2 6-packs of cola, and fried chicken legs. You're reaching for some cake, then something catches your eye. Hey, one of those cola cans move? You stare at the cola can. Nothing happens. It's only a can of soda, you tell yourself. The silence must be getting to you. You grab the cola from the 6-pack, along with some chips and a slab of chocolate cake. Why not? You don't really usually have a chance to pig out like this. Then you head for the family room. You flop down on the couch in front of the TV. No battle over the remote today. Where is everybody anyway? You wonder again.
About to show up.
You flip the tab on the cola can and open it. Instantly, you hear the fizzy gas escaping. Psst. Whoa. The fizzing won't stop. You shove the can away from you, holding it away from your body. The can must have been shaken up. A fine wet spray shoots out all over you. Then a cloud of misty white gas begins escaping from the can. Your eyes widen as the can grows bigger and bigger. The cloud grows bigger and bigger, not the can. It fills the room like a giant mushroom cloud. Your eyes drop open in awe. Something else is coming out of the can. Something alive. With a loud hissing sound, a ghostly, life-size young woman squeezes out of the cola can and floats in front of you. Ouch! She exclaims. She shakes herself off like a wet dog. The mist scatters around her. That hurt! For another second, she hovers off the coffee table. Her form is thin and airy, like a hologram. Then she suddenly becomes solid. She drops to the ground and lands on her 2 feet with a thud. Hi, she greets you. What's up?
So casual.
You don't answer her. You can't. You're too shocked to make your mouth move. Instead, you stare at the amazing person standing in your family room. She's got spiky red, purple hair and 5 earrings. She's wearing a fuzzy, short black sweater and baggy blue jeans with black combat boots.
Manic pixie dream girl.
Basically.
Hey, I'm talking to you, she yells.
I'm understandably surprised that someone just popped out of a fucking can of pop. Like,
Hi, you answer.
who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of my house.
Too surprised to say much else. She's cool, you think.
Go, oh yeah!
She's my dream girl.
Watching her strut around as if she owns the place.
She's
Definitely
so
cool. Nice place. Sort of. She exclaims
What?
with a snorty kind of laugh. She flops down in a big
Bitch.
stuffed chair across from you, stretches her legs out, and lets her combat boots fall on the coffee table with a
Bitch,
clunk.
get the fuck out.
She flashes you a big smile.
Why does this remind me of Jane with spiky hair from Daria? Like, if Jane had spiky hair.
Okay, let's cut to the chase, she rattles off. My name's Jenna, I'm a genie, and you've got 3 wishes. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, don't pull the wish game with me like we played this game last night with the fucking Japanese horror box bullshit.
Whatever you want. 3 things. Fame, fortune, giant bag of diamond rings, you name it. Except I don't do windows. And I don't do guns, knives, or death. And
What
if
does
you...
she do, Mac?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand why I don't do windows. I'm so confused. Maybe that is what she's talking about.
I don't do windows.
I'm more of a DOS kind of thing. You
I
know?
would write
But DOS was
down-
Microsoft,
I
so...
would write down highly specific wishes and take a while, like have a fucking lawyer go over them, and then present them to her in written form.
If this is how you
After
think
my
the-
lawyer took a good look at
If,
it.
if you think that's how the wish game works, you don't want to watch Wish Upon like we did last night. Cause
If
hate
you-
that movie.
Probably.
If
It
you
was
want to
so
off
stupid.
someone, get another genie. Got that? Yeah, you mutter,
Sure, how do you
finding
do
your
that?
voice.
Wait,
Can
you
I have,
So-
can I
wait,
have
hold on,
an
so-
infinite number of genies? Is that
so
not
silly question. Is this the is this kid's hormone monster?
Oh jeez.
So what's it gonna
You're
be?
You're not supposed
Make
to
your
fuck
first
the
wish,
monster.
she insists.
I mean, I don't know. One kid.
Oh,
fuck-
she's trying to rush him now. She's definitely crafty and dirty.
Yeah, I don't trust this genie.
No.
Before you can ask one of the
Probably
zillion
hopefully
questions
she's
swimming
just
around
what
in your
Joe
brain,
most desires.
Jenna snaps her fingers. Oops. Wait, she cries. There's something I forgot to tell you. The most important part. When you want to make another wish, you've got to open the cola can again. Then, whoosh! I'll pop out and say, "What's up?" And we can boogie from there. Got it? No. You shake your head hard. I don't get any of this. How did you get
No.
into that can in the first place?
Yeah. Right.
And how can I open it again if it's already open? And how can you come out again? You're already out! It's a genie thing, Jenna explains with a toss of her head. Believe me, I'll be in there. Take my word for it.
Now my question is it only that specific can of cola, or does she resource herself in the next can in the row?
I believe it's that can of cola. That would be cool, though. That would be
Because,
cool.
first off, that wouldn't make any sense if they did it that way. And either way, the can reseals itself. So somehow there's a time jump. So that's weird.
You're too astonished to argue with her. Is this for real? Okay, hurry up, Jenna says. Make a wish. I don't have all day. If you wish to be a big celebrity... Okay, so here's what we got. We can wish to be a big celebrity, to be the richest kid in the world, to be the best looking kid in the world, or wish for something else besides fame or good looks.
Okay, what
Or
is
money.
definitely gonna turn you into King Tut?
The last one, which is
Yeah,
wish for
definitely
something
the
above
last
that.
one.
Something else? For a minute, you don't know what to say. This totally cool genie pops out of a cola can and offers you 3 wishes? You can't believe it. But you know what you'll wish for. Something awesome. You can picture it in front of you. But before you put into words, you hear a car pull up. Uh-oh, you tell the genie quickly. My mom's home. You gotta hide. Come on, to my room. Motioning her to follow you, you race down the hall. You push Jenna behind your closet door so your mom won't see her when she comes in.
But I can't with this.
Yeah.
And you know your mom will
Yeah.
come in any minute now. She always
any normal Genie
does.
story, they seem to know, generally speaking, that they usually explain, oh, well, you're the only one who can fucking see me. Like, that was not covered, so I'm a little lost.
No, I don't think that's the case. Besides, like, it's probably going to be like he says something off the cuff and then she takes that as a wish and makes it come true.
First thing, every day when you get home from school, she nags you about your homework. Then she scolds you about not making your bed. Then insists you clean your room.
So much.
Hi, lambkins, your mom calls as she enters the house.
Don't.
You cringe when you hear the baby name. Jenna snorts. Then she pretends to put a finger down her throat and fakes a gag.
What a cunt.
You giggle. You're so cool.
Oh
I wish you were my mom, you blurt out.
Yep, there it is.
You wish I were your mom? Jenna declares. I can do that. Uh-oh. You just made your first wish.
So now he's going to be a genie.
Wait, does that mean he gets to make his own wishes? What the fuck?
Yeah, unlimited genie power. Hell yeah, I'll take it.
Did I just unlock
He's a
cheat
half
codes?
human,
Wait,
half
hold on.
genie.
I just unlocked cheat codes.
Did I just unlock cheat codes for this book?
Bam.
I feel like I just got the Game Shark for this game. Like, plug it into your GBA, all of a sudden, boom, Genie mode, let's go.
Bam. A door slams at the back of the house, startling you. Someone's home. Wait a minute, you think. You already heard your mom's footsteps down the hall. So who just came in?
Jenna.
You pop out of your room to spot your big brother Randy bounding into the family room. He's 16 years old and really clumsy. That sounds about right. Your mom says he's at an awkward age. His hands and feet seem too big for the rest of him.
Okay, but where's your mom?
Jenna follows you into the family room and flops down on the couch. Hi, Mom, Randy mumbles as he glances at Jenna. What's up? Wait a minute. Did he just call Jenna...
Mom.
Dun dun dun!
Of course he did. But we don't know how complete the wish was, because wouldn't his memories be replaced with memories of her growing up?
No.
I don't know, man. It's
Or she's just
children's
a new
fiction from the
mom now?
90s.
I mean, it's kind of like in the movie we were watching last night where the girl just kind of woke up and shit happened. Like, she had no remembrance of anything before that, and then it was like, oh, okay, this is happening now.
Hey, Randy, Jenna answers. She's chewing gum and popping it loudly. Good day at school? It was okay, Randy answers her. But I got kicked out of math class for not having my homework done. Jenna shakes her head. Your teacher's a jerk. She tells Randy, don't worry about it. Right, Randy agrees. He flops down on the couch beside her. You stare at him, your eyes wide, and then you stare at Jenna. You can't believe this. A totally cool version. What does Randy act as if... Why does Randy act as if he knows her? As if he's seen her before. This kid's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, he should have noticed this already.
This kid needs...
She literally said, I can make that happen.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, cool, sure. And he was like, wait, what? And then the fucking brother comes and goes, what's up, Mom? And he's like, no. What?
No way, dude. Where's my car?
Why isn't he freaking out? What are you looking at, goof? Randy stares or snaps at you. Rando, you say using his nickname. You lower your voice and lean close to him. See that person next to you? With the earrings and the combat boots and the wild hair? Who is it? You ask him. What planet are you on? Randy snorts. That's Mom! No shit. This is getting weird. Way too weird. She's really done it. Jenna has turned into your mom. Oh God, it's finally dawning on him. Thank God.
It's only taken 10 minutes.
This has been like 2 pages.
It's only taken 10 minutes and 2 pages. Well, I mean...
Not in the way you want.
Not in the way you'd hope.
Okay, I started that sentence with kid, so let's back up a few seconds.
No, it's not 2 C's. It's a C and a K. He's an idiot. That's Cassie Kids. He's a fucking idiot.
Alright. You're not really all sure you like it. Rando, you try again. That's not really Mom. Our mom is blonde, and she's 40 years old, and she wears pink sweatpants. Remember?
Yeah, pink sweatpants from the wall that say pink with the dog. You remember, boy?
Give me a break, Randy punches you lightly in the shoulder. I'm not in the mood for games. I'm serious, you whisper loudly. That's not Mom. That's some kind of genie who just came out of a cola can. She gave me 3 wishes, and I wish she'd be our mom, and now she is. Very funny, Randy says, but he doesn't laugh. I'll prove it to you, you tell him. You reach over and grab the cola can sitting on the coffee table in front of him. It's the can you just opened, the can Jenna popped out of, but it's not open anymore. You stare down at it. How can this be? You wonder. The can is sealed and it feels full. Hey, careful with that, Jenna warns. You gaze at the cola can. Why? You ask Jenna. You'll find out, she answers mysteriously. She looks so serious that you gently place the cola can back on the table. Hey, didn't Jenna say that she'd go back into the cola can each time you made a wish? So why is she still here? Easy answer, you think. You wished it. You wished for her to be your mom, and it came true. But if Jenna's out here, what's in the cola can now?
Mom.
Randy stands up. You grab his arm. Randy, she's not our real mom, you insist. You've got to believe me. Oh, stop already. Randy yanks his arm away from you. If she can grant wishes, I wish your face would turn blue. He stomps out of the room, but at the doorway he glances back at you. Yow! Randy shouts. How did that happen? What? You ask. Your face, he cries, pointing. It's blue. You leap off the couch and race to the mirror. Oh no, your face really is blue. Now what?
When did she grant him 3 wishes?
Because she's the mother.
So they can have unlimited wishes?
Who knows?
I wish I had 2 moms. You were one of them, and my real mom was the other.
I don't need my dad.
I don't need my
Dad's
dad.
in the picture too, but you can have 3
I
parents.
I don't know. In this situation, we'll leave Dad out. He's kind of a fuckboy.
Stay. Just have an addition to the family. You're a grandma. You're a grandma that doesn't contribute any genetic material to it.
We adopted this old woman as our
Yeah,
grandmother.
you're
It's our adopted
grandmother.
grandmother.
I forgot you can adopt grandparents now.
Oh my god.
You can adopt them out of foster fucking like.
So you can we can wish our face unblue, or if we don't mind having a blue face, we can just move.
Oh, fuck it. We can have a blue face. Don't waste a wish on something
I mean,
like
wait.
that.
The question
Your
is.
brother still has 2 wishes, so.
The question is, why is your face blue, and is it causing an issue with anything else?
Well, I mean, school's probably going to be fucking weird, huh?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you having
there's another way to fix it. I don't want
I've
that.
got a deficiency.
Well, I mean,
That's
no.
it.
Blue face might be.
Maybe
Well, I'm
face
asking
too
because
much
is it indicative
silver.
of the fact that he can't like breathe?
No,
Yeah,
it's
all
nothing
right.
like that.
No, it's just,
No, it's just
so
that
he just went
it's-
Avatar.
He just went Avatar.
Well,
Oh Jesus Christ! Does he have a
Just
blue
make
penis
his
too?
brother.
Probably. I mean, his face is...
Make
No,
his
maybe
brother
it might just be
wishes so he
just
doesn't
his face.
waste
That's
his
even
wishes.
worse.
I
You can't
mean,
even join Blue
Can
Man
we
Group.
make his brother unwish it? Is that a possibility?
I don't know. It's just either rolling with the blue face or wasting a wish on...
Yeah, roll with the blue face.
Roll with the blue face for a day.
You're allowed
See
to
how we
tell
like
me
it,
to
at least,
unwish
right?
all wishes anyway. I wish I never met you.
You decide to go on living with a blue face. Why not? You don't want to waste a wish on one of your 3 wishes to turn your face back to its regular color. And besides, your new mom has red and purple hair. A blue face will fit right in. There's only one thing that's bothering you. Mom? You stammer. It's weird calling Jenna by that name.
Just call her Jenna then.
How come my face got turned blue when Randy made a wish? I'm giving him 2 wishes, she answers you. Or maybe 3. Or 4. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll like him better than you.
Ew.
You can't do that, you cry.
Come on.
Who says? Jenna replies. Randy's mouth is open so wide it's hanging down to his chest. Finally, he closes it enough to talk.
And then pulls that noise. So it's like, let me.
What
She's
a bitch!
Manipulative cunt. So she's just trying to play him. She's just trying to fuck with him until she can escape.
I'm gonna say clearly she got an ulterior motive.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think she wants to be trapped in a cola can. I don't think anybody would.
This is why You write them down. You say, go back into your can until I figured out the wishes I want. Run them by my lawyer. Write them down in exacting detail.
By my lawyer.
Oh my god. I guess this.
But this kid would have to have the money for a lawyer.
No, I mean, one of his parents is a lawyer. We don't know what the dad does.
But he wished the mom away. What if the mom was the lawyer?
Well, that was his own dumb fault. He shouldn't have done that. He should have just put her back in the can.
I mean, mom is currently in the can. If he opens the can, mom's gonna come back out.
We're assuming that. We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know. Give me a
she
break.
Have warned against it.
No,
Otherwise.
she's probably just being an idiot.
No, I think she's warning
She's
against
trying
it
to
because
manipulate
she
it.
doesn't
We
know how to
don't
go back
think
into
she
the
trusts
can.
anything that she says.
Give me a break, Randy says, looking at you. You don't really believe Mom can grant wishes. You don't think I did that, do you?
What?
Like, if I say, I wish that your face would be pink and yellow stripes, it's gonna turn... Whoa! I guess Daphnis just runs in that family.
These people are dumb as rocks. I can't rely on them.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Decision.
I mean, why would you? It's a book.
Randy doesn't even have time to finish his sentence. In an instant, your face is covered with pink and yellow stripes. I wish you'd shut your mouth, you snap at Randy. No problem, Jenna says with a giggle. Uh-oh, you blurted out another wish without thinking. You glance at your brother. His eyes are wide, full of terror. He's trying desperately to open his mouth. He pries at his lips with his fingers, tugging, pulling, twisting.
You would shut your mouth doesn't mean your mouth is shut permanently.
No matter what he does, he can't get his mouth open. How's he going to eat, you ask Jenna with your voice raising. That's your problem, she says with a sly smile. Okay.
I wish I never opened your can.
Think, you tell yourself. You've only got one wish left. What should you wish for?
Bitch.
Finally, you decide. I wish you give me the rest of Randy's wishes, you tell Jenna. You think this is pretty clever, so you start to smile. But Jenna laughs. Granted, she says, but he doesn't have any wishes left. I didn't like him better than you after all. Ha ha. Uh-oh. You just used your last wish. Oh well. Your face is pink and yellow, but it probably should be red after all the mistakes you've made. The end. I think you just condemned that kid's brother to starve to death.
I'm gonna assume that all the rest of the endings are worse.
There's probably not too many better ones in there.
She's obviously a malicious cunt, so
I would
think
not. She's not one I'd swipe right on Tinder.
I don't think she would let any of them get out of that situation whole in hell.
Yeah, I think about 99% of the time the kids die, for sure.
Yeah.
Or something even worse happens, like they're trapped as the genie forever.
Right. Well, yeah, then she's their mom forever. But that's not so bad, actually. She'll probably eventually decide to help them. But she'll get sick of the eternal torment.
I don't know. She seemed pretty fucking
Or
vindictive
just
and
wait
vicious
until
and cruel.
somebody else comes into the house. She decides to grant them wishes.
So
Say, I wish the main character never opened your can.
Here's a flopping
Undo
thought. Let's see how
all
this
the
goes.
What's that?
It's 10:30. Z hasn't showed up yet. I'm thinking let's smoke a cigarette and go inside because it's fucking chilly. And we'll go hang upstairs and we can put
Yeah, I was actually going to check the time of the thing. I just want to get to at least a certain point
was
before
gonna
we
say,
go
that's
inside.
like
And we can
10:30.
finish it inside, but I
Yeah.
want to make sure. Because I don't know what time I started, so I don't know how.
Yeah, and if you want to check, I'll smoke a cigarette down and then we can go inside if you're chilly. 'Cause, we can keep doing this inside and fucking not be freezing.
Plausible.
I don't know, what do you think? Maybe,
Z will be here by 11 if he's coming. Because Duncan closes at 11. True story. So that Duncan closes at 11 o'clock. If he's not here by 11, he went home.
There. Maybe he's just waiting until they close.
Yeah, well, he supposedly claimed he was waiting for fucking Helene to get a ride. And I know damn well Helene probably had a ride hours ago, so he's either macking on somebody or he's just being a fucktard because he got mad that Helene couldn't come through. Which I literally told him off for that shit, too. I go, dude, where do you get off texting somebody and going, oh, this person's coming with? When I literally called, I called him first to be like, are you okay with this? And he goes, call Jade, it's his house, and I call you, and I call you, and I go, yo, is it cool? Like, I had the respect to do that. And he turns around and just messages you and goes, hey, by the way, she's coming. And I'm just like,
yeah, it's just... And just also, I tried to give him a chance. I was like, oh, I don't know about that, and he was just like, oh, it's cool, it's fine. And I'm like, well,
he was pissed off.
That's not the answer I wanted.
He was pissed off, and so was Lean because she was shooting her mouth off on the phone.
Oh, geez.
And he was like,
no.
He was like, I don't understand why he isn't gonna let her come over. Like, he's met her once or twice. I'm like, dude, you literally should have said you've met her a few times, and like X, Y, and Z. Is it cool if she comes through? And you might realize who she is when she shows up. Like, that would have been the better way to go about it. And he goes, no. I'm just like, you're an idiot.
I don't know. I don't really care. No drama to me.
I'm just like, you can do whatever you want, Zalon, but you can have fun walking around cold.
We do Trapped in Batwing Hall. Do one more.
Sure.
Finish out with a solid 3 and then go inside. And we can read now.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure we won't get fired. We haven't gotten very far.
Or if you want to get halfway through it and wait till I put the cigarette out, we'll go in. Whatever works for you. Whenever you're ready.
Alright. This town stinks. It's Friday afternoon, the end of your first week at your new school. Your family just moved to this town last month, and so far, no one at school has even tried to be your friend. Day after day, you sit in class waiting for someone to talk to you, waiting and staring at all the strange faces around you. How can you possibly go through school without any friends? You wonder. You're cool. You know you are. You had tons of friends at your old school. Excusez-moi. You trudge home slowly. All you had to look forward to was a boring weekend of watching TV with your parents and your bratty little brother. And then something hits you in the back of your jacket. You whirl around. A pebble drops to the ground. You glance up and notice it's a brown-haired boy around your age. Hi, he calls out. I'm Nick. Hi, you reply and introduce yourself. We're in the same class at school, Nick says. That's funny, you think. You don't remember seeing him there. But you smile anyway. You're so happy to finally have someone talking to you. I live there, Nick tells you. He points at a 2-story greenhouse in the next block. You gaze back at him, shocked. But you can't live there, you exclaim. There's no way. What do you mean I can't live there? Nick asks, laughing. I know my own house. I live next door, you tell him. You point to the red brick house next to the green one. Well, it's Christmassy in here. The greenhouse has been empty all month. There hasn't been any lights on, no cars in the driveway. I was on vacation with my family. We got back last night, Nick says. What do you think of school? Okay, I guess. You reply, you're too afraid to say anything more. You never know. Maybe this kid Nick actually likes school.
What?
Sounds like the opposite of your friend, Nick.
Can you believe how much homework our teacher gave us this weekend? Nick complains, and he kicks a stone down the street as you walk. All the kids who had Mr. McCormick last year say he's really tough and mean. A total monster. You agree. The next thing you know, you and Nick are comparing favorite rock groups and comic books. Both of you collect Spider-Man comics.
Next thing you know, they're jerking off together to the same films in their race car beds.
Yeah,
Nick has all the first issues from the last 5 years, too.
No, it was...
Comics are cool,
from,
Nick says.
Okay.
But do you know what's even cooler? What?
Yo, she hasn't seen
You
Grammar
ask.
Boy. Yeah, that's right. Give her that judging look. Because of the scene where the guy starts trying to jerk off to the Barbie in the bed. And he waits, and he turns around.
I just like in the one later on or whatever, like the next day, and he's telling, like, the guy's telling his coworkers or whatever, and he's like, how many people did you tell? He's like, only a couple or whatever. He's like, you shouldn't be telling people that I jacked off on your mom. He's like, do you not have any respect for him? He's like pointing out that obviously, his mom would appreciate that or whatever, and you're like, yeah.
I feel like we should watch that.
Where was it?
I mean, if you're in the mood, if you want to watch that, I'm down to watch some Grandma's Boy. I ain't seen that, and I love watching it during October.
Ah, that stinks. I can't watch it during October.
Sad. What other October movies are good? I know he has his personal favorites, that's why I'm asking. Not giving me a weird...
I mean, most of my personal favorites would just be, like, uncomfortable films for you to watch, You would, like, leave and be like...
films.
You would be like, I just feel like I need, like, a shower and, like, a
Like
week.
what movies?
Like, I watched... what was one I watched this year I liked a lot? It was pretty good. Hereditary was pretty good. That was pretty.
It was alright.
There was one. What was that? Really brutal. Inside, a French movie. That was a good one.
Is that the one where they cut each other open?
No.
Fuck the holes?
No.
Never mind.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, because they're gory. Like, no, that's not what I mean.
No,
They leave
there's
you feeling
this
uncomfortable.
movie
One of my
that I
favorite
can't
movies is Texas
remember.
Chainsaw Massacre, and it's
There's
not a
this one
gory
movie-
movie at all,
there's
but
this
it makes you
movie
uncomfortable.
That I can't remember the name of, and I'm trying to remember for a while. And it's this love story about this like med student and a girl, and they both have this like fetish of wanting to be inside a surgical opening, and it like the culmination
Sounds
of it
maybe
is like
vaguely
her
familiar.
Is this
cutting her stomach open and fucking it.
Is this the one where it's the girl that gets her fucking clit burned off?
No.
Okay, because there's one that's like that, and then it turns into shit like that too.
No, it's not really horror or gore or anything. It's just very like intense, emotional, but also about a really weird subject. Sort of like what's that movie? That movie about there's threesome. It's a Spanish film, Notorious. Oh God, not the name of it.
I feel like I know which one you're talking about, and they go to this beach house, and they're supposed to have a fucking threesome, and it fails miserably, and everybody gets mad.
It fucks up their relationship.
Yeah, it ends up fucking up the entire relationship with all the couples, and it was like an independent film. It was on IFC.
All right, well, I don't want to get derailed on that.
Back to your story.
Yeah, what are
We'll
your...
Google this.
Okay, so
We'll
comics are cool, Nick says.
Oh.
But you know what's even cooler? What, you ask? Horror stories, Nick exclaims. In fact, He stops talking and stares at you. What, you ask? What about horror stories? It's probably way too scary for you. Nick replies, nothing's too scary for me, you boast. That's because you've never been to the horror club, Nick says. What's that? Nick grins. It's a club that I belong to. You gotta be really brave to be a member. When we meet, we tell spooky stories. Really scary. Cool, you reply. I love scary stories. Can I join? If you think you can handle it, Nick says. We meet every Friday night at Batwing Hall. That's the deserted house at dead end of the street. It was the old Professor Kopernik's house. I've seen the house. It looks haunted, you tell him. Don't laugh, he warns you. It is haunted. Haunted? For real, you ask? For real, Nick replies seriously. That's why we picked it. Some of the scariest stories I've ever heard happened in Batwing Hall. Like what? Like the story of the kids on Halloween night, Nick says. They were all dressed up, trick-or-treating. They rang Copernic's door. A figure dressed in black answered, and all the kids were invited inside. Only they never came out. What happened? You ask breathlessly.
What did the cops say?
Nobody knows, Nick replies. But late at night, you can still hear the kids' screams. Horrible screams. And when the moon is full, some people say they've seen little creatures in monster costumes roaming about in the inside of the house, trapped forever.
Forever?
Wow. Great story, you say. It's not a story, Nick tells you. Being a member of the horror club can be dangerous. Very dangerous. He pauses, then adds, Today is Friday. We meet tonight. Do you want to come?
So
What do you think?
His parents told him, or told their realtor that they were looking for somewhere spooky because they love haunted things. And so the old couple, whatever person who sold them the place, or whoever sold them the place, probably the realtor, came up with all these screwball stories to jack up the price and make it seem like something that they want to put money on.
It's not
But
his
this
house.
place is old.
It's
and
the
falling
house down the
apart.
street that's like abandoned, I guess.
Oh, I
You know
think
how
so,
that
at his
happens.
house, because
Kids
he
always
said
just
that's why
start
we
rumors
bought
about
it.
that shit.
He said that's why we moved here. So I thought.
It's Goosebumps. Let R.L. Stein do his thing.
So do you guys want to go to the horror club? Or maybe no.
This kid needs friends. He's lonely as fuck. Let's go to
Let's
the
send
horror.
him to the horror club.
Right.
Maybe he'll find people fucking body parts.
Yeah, there'll be a manic pixie dream girl there, and he'll fall in love and do something stupid to get her attention.
He'll have a new mom, though.
Yeah, right.
The horror club sounds great, you tell Nick. Count me in. I'll meet you in front of your house at 9 o'clock tonight, Nick says. You agree and then say goodbye. You rush into your kitchen to find your parents.
Mom,
You tell them you've made a friend, and you've been invited to a club meeting. They're so happy for
9 p.m. after curfew.
you. Yeah.
Because
Of
I'm
course.
in 5th grade.
Of course, you don't tell them that the meeting is in a deserted, boarded-up house.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock, you join Nick under the elm tree in your front yard. A skinny, fidgety girl with a messy, long, dark hair waits with Nick. This is Debbie, he tells you. She's a member of the club, too. Hi,
She sounds like a fucking horror.
Debbie says. You can barely see her face under all the thick hair. She always seems to be squirming about.
Oh, this sounds like
I wonder what's up with this strange girl.
This sounds like this girl that Z's with right now.
You follow your new friends to the hill at the end of the long, dark street. The further up the house the streets are. At the end of the road, the streetlights are all out. The sky is pitch black. If it weren't for Nick's flashlight, you'd probably trip over your own feet. There it is, Nick says, pointing. Batwing Hall.
Well, because the lady girl, she had long, stringy black hair, and it sounded like a cross between Wednesday and Cousin It.
Uh-huh. A huge, dark shadow looms at the end of the street. It's the mansion. You stop walking and gaze up at it. Nick shines his flashlight at the old house on the hill. Batwing Hall is a 2-story, old-fashioned house. All the windows that aren't boarded up are broken. Loose shingles flap from the roof. Paint peels from the weathered sides of the house. It looks as if no one has lived here for hundreds of
How
years.
did they just tear it down?
Good question. You climb up to the sagging porch with Nick and Debbie.
Let's walk out to the woods and kill this bear's home.
No, not the kids.
Bye.
Not the kids, but like some, friendly village arsonist comes by.
Friendly village arsonist.
I love how you said that after we just had
I know, with the arson. Tall, overgrown trees and bushes cast eerie shadows across the deserted lawn. Isn't this place awesome? Debbie whispers to you.
Screw fucking arson, you pull that shit. You. Oh my god. You were
Yes, I guess it was on my brain.
Oh,
Really cool, you agree. This house has been empty for 2 years, Nick tells you. Ever since crazy old Professor Kopernik died.
Professor.
No one will buy it because it's haunted, Debbie explains. You notice she's
Buy it
chewing
'cause
nervously
they're
at the ends of her long hair.
Oh shit.
Yuck.
What?
She's chewing at the end of her long hair
Oh, that's
nervously.
gross.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Yuck. The door was boarded until we figured out how to pry it open, Debbie says. She points to the large wooden door. Let's go.
No one
You
wants
take a
to
step
repair
forward.
This place that's fucking falling apart.
Stop! Nick shouts. Get down now! If you do as Nick says, or are we gonna do what he says? He's like, stop! Get down!
What was
We're
the
gonna-
preceding moment?
We were gonna go into the mansion, but the other kid was like, stop! Get down!
Yeah, get down. It's probably someone driving by.
I mean, or just. This reminds me
What
of
are the
that-
options?
To get down or to just ignore the kid?
Get down.
Do you remember that movie, My Friend the Mummy, from Disney back when?
Yes.
It reminds me of that, when they fucking tried to crawl into the fucking basement and they had to and they got the mummy out and fucking brought him to the costume shop and made him walk around town with them.
What is it? You cry as your body hits the ground. We've got to be careful, Nick whispers. If anyone catches us going in the front door, we could be in big trouble. We're not really allowed to be in here. You nod and watch Debbie as she squirms and glances around nervously. You wonder why your new friends are so jumpy. You can't imagine how anyone can possibly see you in the darkness, but you figure Nick and Debbie know what they're doing. You stand and follow Nick and Debbie across the porch, keeping quiet as possible.
Motion activated front porch lights.
You pull off the broken boards in front of the door, and you enter the dark house. The air in the entryway is stale and dusty. You hold back a sneeze. Nick motions for you to follow him. You creep after Nick and Debbie down a dark hallway. The floorboards creak loudly with each step. Then you enter a big, dimly lit room. A broken chandelier sways from the ceiling. The faded wallpaper hangs in pieces from the walls. Dirty sheets cover what appear to be old sofas and chairs. And then you see them. 4 kids sitting in a circle in the living room floor. A big yellow candle flickers in the center. They all turn and stare at you. No one seems happy to see you.
The fuck?
You stand awkwardly as Nick introduces you and says, "This is our newest member." "What are you talking about?" cries a girl with short, curly red hair. She glares at you. "I brought a new member to the horror club," Nick repeats. "Not today," exclaims a large boy with bulging arm muscles. "Why not?" Debbie asks, squirming next to you. Didn't anyone tell you? Asked another girl. Tonight's the special night. You gotta get that kid out of here. We're not telling stories tonight. The plan has changed.
Oh, it's fucking mischief night. That's what it is.
Kids up to no good.
No, they're gonna do some weird shit. They're gonna get this kid out of here.
Nick and Debbie quickly leave your side.
Sacrifice a fucking goat in the woods, and then they're gonna turn around and become fucking mega rock stars.
Wow. No, they're just gonna do the whole blood pact thing. You know, they're gonna cut each other and shake hands.
Nick and Debbie quickly leave your side and huddle together with the other kids. You can hear them arguing about you. Then one voice rises above the others. But today is the game day. You know what that means? I don't. You suddenly call out. You're sick of standing there. You want to know what's going on. It works. All 6 kids stop arguing. The girl with the red hair steps towards you. I'm Marcy, she tells you. There are no stories tonight. We're playing games instead. But new members can't play. It's the rule. Can't you break the rule just this one time? You ask. These aren't ordinary games, warns the boy with the large muscles. These games are really scary. The scarier, the better, you announce bravely. This starts another argument. Some kids want you to stay and play. Others want you to leave. Debbie hurries over to your side. Through her mane of dark hair, she whispers, Go home. Go home now. But at that moment, Marcy announces, It's decided. You can stay and play games with us. Great, you say, ignoring Debbie. What are we playing?
Russian roulette.
The game is called The Hunt, Marcy tells you. I'm captain of the blue team. Nick is captain of the red team. You watch as Nick and Debbie and a skinny boy named Connor... You watch as Nick picks Debbie and a skinny boy named Connor to be on his team. Connor has short, bristly hair and a very strange smell. As Connor walks by, you decide he smells as if he's been lying in a dumpster. For the blue team, Marcy chooses a beautiful girl with long hair and green eyes. Her name is Laura. She smiles shyly at you. Marcy also picks the guy in the muscle shirt. Hi, I'm Martin, the kid says, pounding you in the back. Welcome to the horror club. He laughs, then flexes his muscles. You step back. Martin's arm is bigger than your whole body. Damn, that kid is swole, son.
Right?
There's 3 on each team, Marcy announces. Our new member can join either one. She turns to you. It's up to you.
Muscles.
Which team do you want to join?
Muscles.
Would you rather hang out with Nick, Debbie, and Connor on the red team, or get to know Laura, Marcy, and Martin on the blue team?
Muscles.
Muscles?
Is that the one with a hot girl, too?
Yeah, we're going with a hot girl and muscles. Not our new friend. Fuck our new friend.
Fuck the new friend. She's trying to be a killjoy until you leave. What a bitch. Muscles and hot girl. If anything, they'll be the first to die, so...
Or muscles will protect you and the hot girl put out at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, be shallow. Let's be shallow.
Welcome to the blue team, Marcy says with a smile. Glad you're on the team, Martin adds. He crushes your hands with a hearty handshake. So, what are we playing, you ask? The game is called The Hunt, Laura tells you. What are we hunting for? You ask. Marcy's voice drops down to a croaking whisper. The creepiest, most terrifying things we can find, she says. We vote on which team finds the scariest stuff, Martin explains. If you haven't chickened out by then, you'll become an official member of the horror club. Don't worry about me, you say. I love a good scare. Come on, Laura says.
They're just lying in wait for you to find them.
They're just lying there waiting. It's going to be literally their
You can pick up a scare anywhere and just bring it with you. They don't have cell phones. They can't take pictures.
Come on, Laura says. Let's get this game going. You follow your teammates outside. Marcy goes first. Her flashlight beam bounces around the overgrown yard, making weird yellow shadows. You begin scanning the yard, but Martin stops you. Not here, he says. You're the newest member. You have to pass the test. Test? You don't like the sound of that. Martin grins and points across the street. You go there. The cemetery.
Weren't they not supposed to get caught in this house? Like, weren't they paranoid about getting caught in the house?
I guess these kids don't give a shit about
And then
curfew
they're
no
just
more.
on the lawn now, shining flashlights everywhere. That's how you get caught. Oh, run across the street now.
They'll never see me with this light.
Yeah.
Trying to get a couple lined up. Okay. They want you to search the cemetery all by yourself.
Okay.
You're about to say no way, Jose, but then you figure that's just what they expect you to do. You'll show them. Great, you declare. I bet I'll find the winning object. You even kind of mean it. After all, the game is won by finding the scariest stuff. Then your teammates just handed you an easy score. What better place to look than a cemetery? You give your teammates a thumbs up and hurry across the street. The cemetery is really old,
Cemetery robbing.
and most of the gravestones are chipped and crumbling. As you stumble over a lumpy grave, you feel something grab at your ankle. You yelp and jump back. It was just a gnarled root. The moonlight casts an eerie glow, creating strange shadows. You carefully make your way toward a small building. There's just enough light for you to read the words, Kaputnik Crypt, carved in stone over the doorway. Here's your chance to impress your new friends. You know you'll find something scary inside a crypt. But do you have the nerve to enter?
Are you the crypt keeper?
You approach the heavy stone door of the crypt. Instead of a doorknob, it has a thick iron ring chiseled into the stone above the ring of these words. Who turns the stone will grow bat bones. What could that possibly mean, you wonder. A sudden movement draws your attention. Near the top of the crypt you see a small hole, about your size. While you watch, a tiny black bat flies out of the hole and flutters off into the night. Outrageous, you think. Maybe you can catch a bat inside the crypt. That would win the contest for sure.
Maybe you can catch some rabies.
That
while
too.
you're at it.
That's pretty scary. But how would you get inside? The door is covered with cobwebs. Obviously, it hasn't been opened in a long time. I'd hope not. Maybe you could climb on top of the crypt and call through that hole the bat came out of. Or maybe you should just try to pull the big stone door open. It might work. Which will you try?
That hole, that hole, that hole.
That hole?
Yeah.
What do you think, sir? Bat hole?
The options are try to open a door with a
Open the
spin
cursed
wheel.
door that says who turns the stone will grow bad bones. So cursed
Well, no,
door
it
or
was-
bat hole.
The person who managed to turn the stone will grow a backbone.
No.
Who
bad
turns
bones.
the stone will grow bat bones.
Bat?
Bat bones.
So let's not turn into a bat. Let's just go into the ceiling hole, because there's not an option to fuck off and find an easier target.
Just go home.
Break your back, I don't care, falling through the hole in the
Whatever, you're gonna die somehow.
Catch a bat, whatever.
You've decided to
please.
climb into the crypt through the hole. The stone wall looks way too heavy to budge. The crypt is covered with thick carving, so it's easy to climb up to the top. You push your arms and head into the hole and start to wiggle through. It's so dark inside, you can't see a thing.
You're blocking all the light.
As soon as you get your shoulders through, you hear a sound that makes you freeze. It sounds as if something slimy is climbing down the wall towards you. And now you hear another sound, a low moan. There's a moaning something climbing your way. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. You try to wriggle back out, but discover you're stuck. The moaning thing is coming closer. You push and pull. You twist and turn. Nothing. You can't budge. Help! You scream. Help! Your voice echoes in the stone room. You begin to kick on the outside of the crypt, hoping your friends will hear you. Help! It's a weird feeling, to be terrified and embarrassed at the same time. You don't know which will be worse, the moaning thing to get you, or for your friends to come in the crypt and wind up staring right at your rear. End.
You just get stuck. That reminds me. Okay.
You just get
That was
stuck.
kind of ambiguous. Maybe your
okay,
friends come and
so
save
you
you, but
remember-
you
you
don't
remember-
have no friends no more.
Do you remember the Tumblr Facebook story that went around about the girl who fucking who went to the bathroom and was like super embarrassed about the fact she took a shit in her man's bathroom and tried to fucking open the window and threw it out and she ended up falling in between two windows?
Oh, I remember that.
Oh my god, it reminds me of that. They found her upside down, ass up,
Yeah.
covered in shit, and she's just got a turd in her hand.
Ugh. All right, well, it is definitely time to head inside because it's getting cold, and that is it for the stream. If you tuned in, thank you. Have a great night, guys.